Fascinating stuff. Hi, I'm Peter Stafford Wilson, Music Director of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, enjoying a morning here at the Heritage Center, studying a little bit of Ohio history. The Northwest Territory was the first American push westward outside the original 13 colonies. The Revolutionary War was over. The Constitution was well on its way to being ratified. George Washington was inaugurated as our first president. So enterprising Americans turned their thoughts westward, thinking of the potential of settling new lands and making new lives for themselves. Rufus Putnam and Manasseh Cutler personally and carefully selected their Ohio Company of Associates, the first group to buy a land grant from the federal government. The 48 men setting out from Massachusetts and Connecticut that winter included former Revolutionary War soldiers, as well as surveyors and administrators. By June of 1788, the first women settlers arrived in Ohio, and soon the families settled what would be known as Marietta, about right here by the Ohio River. Now that's all fascinating, but it's not the primary reason for my interest in the year 1788. In 1788, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, prodigy, darling of the emperor's court, popular figure in Vienna, was well into the last decade of his painfully short life. His career was in decline. Austria was at war, and the aristocracy wasn't supporting art to the extent that it had, so Mozart saw his income decline. He never was very good at managing his money, so these were dire circumstances. He moved his family to cheaper housing, borrowed money from his fellow Freemasons. But something miraculous happened during the summer of 1788. In the midst of a dark time in his life, Mozart wrote his crowning achievement in purely symphonic music, the back-to-back composition, all in 2 months, of his last 3 symphonies. Mozart was very pragmatic. He rarely composed just to feed the need to express himself. He usually had a specific commission that motivated this process. But no such practical purpose seems to have existed for these 3 symphonies. In fact, we don't think Mozart ever heard them. He would die in just 3 short years after their composition, and we don't think they were performed during his lifetime. It's believed by many that the universe takes care of creative talent in such a way that even one snatched from us at an early age still is allowed to reach their predestined potential. Were these 3 symphonies written in rapid succession an insuppressible statement that Mozart had to convey? The noted conductor Nicholas Harnoncourt, who recently recorded these works with the Chamber Orchestra of Europe, puts forth the notion that they were actually conceived as one total unique work. Whatever the reason, these pieces are a delight to experience. As a collection performed back to back, they run the gamut of musical expression and emotion and reveal the creative genius behind this extraordinary figure. The ultimate musical challenge, join us at the KUS on January 24th for the culmination of the Mozart Festival and the crowning achievement of Mozart's symphonic output.